Yeah, loud and clear now. What is good, cuz?
All right. How's the setup?
Oh,
Good?
dude. It is good, man. It's really good. We're live.
Good.
We're recording,
Oh,
and I can
oh
hear you
man.
loud and clear, man.
Good. Good,
Fuck,
good, good.
dude. You look great,
What's
by
going
the
on,
way.
man?
Oh my
Uh,
gosh. Look at you.
so do you, man. What's up with that hair? Oh my god.
Dude, you're not the first person who said that, man. It is crazy. I agree. I am long due for a
So
haircut.
funny. You look like everyone else now in our family, man. All the cousins. Me,
I
Jacob,
know,
Roland.
right? Oh my gosh. Speaking of Jacob and Roland, have you played golf with Jacob lately and tennis with Jacob lately, right?
Oh, a ton. Yeah.
I heard he smoked you in tennis. That's what he was saying.
No, get out of here. No shot. No shot. It's funny. Like I got some lessons from one of my friends. She's a tennis coach over at USD, and we put up a pretty good battle. He got me though. He got me. He didn't smoke me, but he
Just to
got
be
me.
clear, guys, Jacob won, but Ripken didn't get smoked. He put up a fight.
There you go.
Nice, man. So how you been, man? How you hanging in? I mean,
I'm
amid
alright,
COVID and
man.
everything, like crazy times.
Crazy times, man. I'm just hanging in there, trying to do what I can, and getting a lot of time with the family, hanging out with the family. So that's pretty fun. But going back to San Diego in a week, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, just trying to get out of the house, man. Been all cooped up and trying to go do some stuff, but obviously in a safe manner. But I'm trying to go back and train in San Diego. So
You're going back to train for ball, right?
yep, yep.
So, as far as
Excited.
baseball goes, who's your favorite baseball player?
My favorite baseball player, man. Right now it's Fernando Tatis, man. Hit
Tatis?
two homer. Yeah, hit two homers today, or hit a homer today. I mean, the Padres. Yeah, Padres are my favorite team right now, man. They're tearing it up. But I like watching all their players, man. They're fun to watch.
Aren't you on the Padres?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so yeah, I mean that makes sense. You're a huge
yeah.
fan of the Padres. Did you grow up a Padres fan?
No, man.
No,
Giants
okay.
fan. Northern
Oh, he's
California
a
boy.
Giants fan.
Come on, man.
Okay, he grew up a Giants fan, but now he's a diehard Padres fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe both. Who knows? Depends on the day. That's awesome, dude. So you grew up in Northern Cal, so obviously the Padres aren't your home team, but how does it feel like playing for the Padres against maybe your home team?
Dude, dream come true, man. Nothing better than that, man. Playing ball and getting paid for it and doing it for a living. I mean, it's special, man. And playing against guys that are really good and the competitiveness, there's nothing better, man. I love it. It's so fun. I don't want a real job. I'm gonna keep doing this forever as long as I can. You know?
Professional athletes, I mean, I consider that a real job. I mean, not
Yeah.
everybody's as fit and as in shape as you are, but like I'm curious to know like how you ended up here, like the journey, because it just didn't happen like this for nothing. I mean, there had to be a reason why.
Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of hard work, a lot of time with the family and playing ball and competitiveness with you and Rolly and my brother and everything like that. I mean, got me to the point where I am now. You gotta face a lot of adversity and there's a lot of stepping stones. Obviously, like didn't come from nothing. Had to grind out and do what I had to do, but you know, took a long time. But here, I still got a long way to go, man. In the minors, so you know.
That's a good perspective, man. I like that. What do you like most, or what's your favorite thing about being in the position you are in right now?
Gosh, man. I mean,
Besides playing baseball, everybody loves playing baseball, man. You obviously are love it, like. But what's your favorite part about besides that?
dude. I mean, just like waking up every single day and like not having to worry about anything, man. Like I've been blessed to get a good education. Right, I'm still going to school, so I'm getting my master's at University of San Diego still. So I'm like not really having to worry about anything, man. I'm getting school paid for, so and then I'm playing ball. So I mean, there's not really anything else to worry about. You know what I mean? It's just like it's having fun every single day, and that's probably like the best part. I don't got to work 9 to 5. I don't gotta worry about too much, man. It's just go out and have some fun every single day. And like I said, I want to keep doing that. I don't want that to stop. It's fun.
I mean, you sound very blessed. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, man.
But I mean, everybody goes through challenges and everything. Like, are there any like challenges that you've been experiencing? Like, what about performance? Having to perform. I mean, you're an athlete, right? You say you have nothing to worry about and everything, but I mean, at the end of the day, other people like your coaches are worrying about like
Mm.
their team and everything. I mean, how does that make you feel? The
I mean,
pressure.
yeah, it's scary, man. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. I mean, pressure to perform and pressure to stay in shape and all the time. But like I said, man, this is fun for me. I mean, what else would you rather be doing, man? But yeah, it's been tough, man. It hasn't been easy, man. You face a lot of good competition. You know what I mean? Like you face a lot of studs, but like, like fortunately for me, I've done, well enough and made some really good relationships. I don't got to worry about too much, man. It's putting in the work every single day. I think that's like really the challenge for me, especially like COVID. I don't know how it is in Washington, but in California, man, all the gyms are closed.
Yeah.
So that's a challenge, and not having like throwing partners up here, not having a training area.
Hey, wait,
Everything
we're
shut
we're gonna
down.
get there.
It's
So
tough.
basically, what I just heard is that it's all fun to you. So that's really good, man. I'm so glad to hear
Yeah.
that because if it doesn't feel like work to you and it's more of a passion, then the
Hmm.
grind isn't even bad.
There you
It's
go.
you'll get through it. You're like, this is
Right.
nothing. This is part of the
Exactly.
game, man. You know,
Exactly.
but. I totally get that. That's awesome, man. I mean, you could be the complete opposite where it's just like it's so much pressure, it just doesn't become fun anymore.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how it got for me with baseball. It got so
Yeah.
much pressure where it just wasn't fun anymore, and I just was like,
Yeah.
nope, this ain't fun.
Sure.
But I mean, you brought up a good point, COVID happening and everything. So you went from going to UC Berkeley,
Yeah.
playing baseball in your undergrad. You
Hmm.
went to University of San Diego, played and did graduate school there,
Hmm.
and then you got drafted with the
Yeah.
Padres, and then COVID hit. It felt like
Hmm.
COVID hit like within 6 months or 3 months right after kind of all that happened,
Hmm.
and you went from training, working out every day, seeing your coaches, your teammates probably all
Yeah.
the freaking time, and
Hmm.
then they said timeout. How do you feel? What happened to you, man? Like, I want to hear about that because, I mean, you're in an interesting and unique position, bro.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So yeah, like you just said, man, I was drafted in 2019. Had my first season. Had a pretty good season, and I really like dedicated that whole fall and winter to getting as strong as I could possibly get and to be in the best shape of my life. And I felt like I did that. And going in, I think I was set to make a full season team, and then like the COVID thing happened, and then that was like, all right, they just sent us home. It was like, all right, yeah, we'll call you. Like, hopefully, we'll come back in May, and then like get going again. And then it just kept going and kept going, kept going, and month later, month later, month later, and here we are. So it was like extremely stressful, right? Like the not knowing part. The baseball is a kind of a game of numbers, and age plays a big difference, or plays a big part in like where you're at. And the older you get, the kind of less chance you get. So to have a year taken away from you, it kind of sucks.
Totally,
Um,
totally.
Stinks, especially like you work so hard and you put in all this training, all this work. And so it's like tough to kind of keep that mindset to keep going when you don't know what's going to happen. So that was really frustrating, but man, it is what it is. I'm extremely blessed to just even be in this position to play and still, be in the organization. A lot of my teammates like, got the axe and they said, see ya, a couple of my good buddies. So it's like, oh man,
Couldn't
like
be
that could have
worse.
easily been me. That could have
Yeah.
easily been me. You know what I mean? So I'm just lucky to be in the situation that I'm in and looking forward to next year.
Yeah, focus on what you have and be thankful for it
Right.
because,
Exactly.
man, it could be worse, and you just pointed out an example. But I mean,
Yeah.
going from like a super structured
Hmm.
routine on the daily, and then going
Hmm.
from pause, like, how
Yeah.
did your routine change? And I'm guessing it went from like, oh, it's normal, and then it dropped, and then you had to figure it out to kind of get back to normal again, right? But what
Yeah,
did that
dude,
really look
Marcus,
like?
dude, it sucked. It sucked. It sucked. It sucked. I remember. going back to San Diego, I like immediately wanted to go back and like to stay in shape because we had to be back. They're projecting like we'd be back in May, right? Like a month would be over, and then we'd go back when that whole thing went down in March. So like I went back to San Diego, and the baseball team was still or the university team was still training at the time. So I was like, oh man, I'm gonna keep training with them and keep getting better and stuff. And then they kind of shut it down, and that thing got really serious, and we didn't really know much information about COVID and the impact it had on everybody else. So I think the biggest thing we did was just like stay home. Me and my girlfriend were back in San Diego, so we were just quarantining together and kind of doing everything together. So we it's really funny. We had to come up, so they closed down the gym, so we had to come up with like a unique way to like stay in shape. So we started watching like YouTube videos, and we'd set it up in the living room, and we'd set it up on this big TV, and we'd do like living room workouts. It was like we do impact, low impact cardio stuff. We'd have some like weight stuff, so we'd like try to implement stuff. We were doing stupid workout routines in the living room to try to get it going, to try to stay in shape. We had to find something. Because our daily routine was going to the gym every single day. We'd go to the gym every single day, then I'd go train on the baseball field and train with the guys, get my BP in, get my throwing in, and then do school at night. And because of the situation, we had to stay inside. And so we kind of had to, adapt, improvise, and overcome in that facet, which was really fun. But then, this thing kept prolonging, and I needed to go back home and be with the family. So
it's kind of nice to be back with the family.
Yeah, man.
I'm guessing.
We miss you. We've been missing you down here, man. I need you to come down.
I feel the same way about you guys.
It's funny, Marcus, man. Me and my dad have been like, man, we need someone to pitch against me. Like, we need to hire somebody, man. Come on.
Hell
you had a filthy curveball.
Dude, I'll do it for free, bro.
Come on.
I'm not kidding. I'll do it for free.
Yeah, man. We gotta set it up.
I'm going to fucking write that down.
Some live at-bats.
Oh, yeah, dude.
We can get it on the podcast, get it on YouTube, and you can make me look like an idiot, and then we can put it out there.
We can have some fun with it.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah, dude. I like that idea. That's a great idea, dude. I'm writing that down, and I'm not going to forget about it. We're going to follow up. Because that's the one thing I like to do, especially with my guests on the podcast. I like to follow up with them because, after a month of time, things happen, things change, and I just want to make sure that the people I care about are still cool and still good.
Yeah, man.
They're happy, man. So
yeah, man.
This ain't a one-time deal. So hope you're okay with that.
So let me flip the script, man. How's the podcast going?
Dude, good question. So,
my dad's all pumped up for you.
Oh,
he
dude.
Wants to hear about it.
I appreciate the support.
Yeah.
Seriously, that means so much to me because I think at first starting it was just the hardest part because you want everything to be perfect, sound perfect, look perfect, and perfection, in my opinion, takes way too much time than I'm patient enough for. And so a good example of that is like I just started recording things as they were happening, like even before they're happening. So let's just say that I called the homie who was cool with starting a podcast with me, but we actually never started a podcast because we didn't set it up and kind of time and plan everything. I just clicked record, and then we talked and had a normal conversation. Sent him that recording later. I was like, dude, we can make this into a podcast. And he was like, that actually sounds decent. We should. And then it just kind of started from there. And then on top of that, I listen to a lot of podcasts. So I'm constantly getting inspiration and feeling my curiosity. So what I thought, instead of like trying to reach out to people who I don't know, how about reach out to people like I care about, people I do know, and just... It really started with volunteers like you. You said yes. So this podcast I wouldn't even have this podcast episode if you would have said no, That's so awesome. I appreciate you. Honestly, thank you for being on the show, by the way.
Yeah, man.
It's just all fun for me. And I just hope it is for you too.
For sure.
That's the point of it.
No, definitely, man. Was that part of the COVID thing too? Were you like, man, I need to kind of do something, or?
Shit, good. I've actually been thinking about it before COVID, really? And now I just I've been learning, and people have been telling me, like my friends and people ask for criticism. They said just be consistent with it,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm going for. So it's just fun.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
awesome. No.
I got nothing to do in the meantime. I mean, COVID did kind of hit perfect timing. Like, I was working, clocking at 40 hours a week, but at the same time, COVID hit, and then they're like, yo, we don't have enough work for you right now. It's slow. And I haven't clocked in any hours for over a month. So, if you're thinking of a better time to try something new and go out of your comfort zone, now would be a decent time to do it.
Definitely. The podcasts are on the come up too, man. I mean, I'm riding that wave too. Joe Rogan and some like mental toughness stuff. Like I've been looking into it. It's pretty cool, man. I mean, it's good, especially when you're driving and can kind of like listen to something and keep you on the right track and the right mindset. I think it's a great idea. Better yourself. So,
what kind of people or podcasts do you listen to right now?
I like that Joe Rogan one. I think that's probably like the one that's like pretty funny to me.
He is funny. He's like a comedian, but he always goes deep, and I love that about him. Yes,
exactly.
It's so funny.
Exactly.
There's a guy, one of my good friends. His name's Corey, and when him and I are talking to each other, we go deep like that, which is why I'm trying to get him on the show right now because I want you to meet him, but. If he doesn't show up, that's fine. It's his loss. We're just talking to a ball player. So where are you staying at right now, man?
Back in Stockton right now.
Okay.
Yeah, back in Stockton at my family's house, and like I said, just been hanging out and for the last month having fun. But I'm ready to get back to San Diego, man, and go train.
Yeah.
We're doing like an Airbnb thing, close to the beach. We love it. Dude, we went there for your birthday, I think. Mission Beach, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you remember
That's
that?
where we went. I have pictures of it.
That? Like the roller coaster.
And the surfing thing. And
the surfing,
yeah.
Hell
that's
a spot, man. That's one of my favorite spots. And
fun.
I go out there pretty much every day and boogie board, man. It's so fun, dude. I love San Diego.
Man.
The beaches are open. Dude, it's game changer.
Living the dream.
Big time.
You're taking advantage of it, which is good, man. That's good.
Man. What about you though, man? I forgot to congratulate you on the engagement, man. I'm super pumped up, man. Couldn't be more happy for you. I'm so excited. I've been telling Nani and Papa like, man, we need to get one last party in, man. Let's go, I'm pumped up, man. I'm excited for you. I can't wait.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm really excited too. I mean, it's been 10 years. I could have done it after the first year, but I just didn't have the money. Shit.
Oh, man.
So.
No, yeah, man.
But, about time. I think that...
For sure.
I think that what we're really looking forward to is everybody feeling comfortable again, being around and in the same room with each other.
Yeah.
So that's kind of when the timeline of when we would actually get married. Everybody always asks us, "Hey, what's the date? What's the date?"
Yeah.
It's going to be a Saturday for one, and it's going to be when COVID is not a big, concern for everybody. So
yeah,
I'm excited, and
that's
you'll
awesome.
be there for sure. Definitely gonna be there.
That fires me up, man. I can't wait.
How's the lady life for you, man?
It's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, me and my girlfriend Emma, we're having a blast, man, and she's amazing, and she's perfect, and she's way out of my league at the same time, man, and I'm just super lucky. Yeah, you've met her, right? Have you met her?
Yeah, I met her
I think
once.
so, at the game. Yeah.
You met her in college?
Yeah, I met her. Yeah, I met her at USD, and
how long you been dating?
Playing baseball. Just over a year.
Okay.
Year and a couple months. So yeah, man. I mean, we're taking it baby steps here and there. But she's amazing, man. She keeps me on my toes and challenges me, and what I really appreciate about her is she really is my better half. She keeps me humbled and on the right track, man. And you know how it is, man. When someone puts that much effort and love into you every single day and wants the best for you and just truly supports you in everything that you do, whether it's good or bad, it means a lot, and that's kind of where we're at right now. And
the yin to your yang.
Yep. Exactly.
I know. I'm in the same boat, dude. I
Yeah,
feel the same
man.
way about my girl. I love
Yeah.
that. Good for you, man. I'm happy for you. That's good.
Yeah.
Have you guys talked about kids or marriage or anything?
Oh, jeez.
Whoa!
I mean, I think we're definitely looking forward to the future, but like I said, we're taking it baby steps right now and just having fun and just enjoying life, man. Like she's an athlete too, so she's still playing soccer, she's still going to school and just like, supporting each other in that aspect, man. I think that's what we're focused on right now, which is really fun.
No, it makes sense. I mean, you guys got a lot on your plate right now.
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
but like, I'm hopefully it's in the back of your mind for the future. Both of
No,
you
yeah,
guys.
definitely.
Okay.
Definitely, definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
Good. Good.
Definitely, dude. She's
That's a good.
amazing.
That's good, man. And you said she's
Yeah.
playing soccer or
Yeah,
baseball.
man. She's playing soccer right now.
Nice.
So she did the grad transfer thing, same as me. So she got injured her freshman year, and she took a red shirt.
Okay.
And so she had 1 year left of eligibility, and she decided to get her master's degree at Cal Poly Pomona, and she's going to play 1 more year. So I'm really excited for her, and that she gets to get another year, another opportunity. But her season got canceled because of COVID, man.
Mhm.
So luckily she's in a 2 year program, so she'll still be there another year, no matter what. So hopefully
Yeah.
she gets to still play.
I'm glad to hear that, man. And I know we've
Yeah.
been talking a lot about the good things, but I mean, COVID is a hard thing and everything.
Yeah.
Is there something that you would be open to sharing about like that kind of outline the tough times of COVID? I mean, in your experience.
The tough times of COVID?
Yeah, like for example, for me, I just again filed my unemployment claim
Oh yeah, man.
today. It's every Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah,
And the unfortunate
for
thing for
sure.
me that I think is that I'm such a ball of energy, and
Yeah.
this construction thing was a way for me to use that energy,
Yeah.
and it's kind of put that pressure on me on how to, just basically I had to go from doing something to nothing, and even though it sucked, I was just still finding ways to keep my head up and
Yeah.
stay happy. So,
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, man. I know it's been like tough on everybody. Like, yeah, like I, I hate to like keep saying that it hasn't been tough for me and that I'm blessed and everything, but I truly am. Like I've been lucky to have parents that let me stay at this house for free, and put food on the table every single day and not have to worry about things and to put me in a good enough situation,
but doesn't it
set me up with
suck? Doesn't it suck
college
to have
fund
to
and
do
everything
chores
else.
and everything?
Yeah. No. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. No, yeah, I'm in the same boat, man. Like I filed for my unemployment as well. I haven't done it today, so thank you for reminding me.
Of
It's
course.
been tough. Like, we're still getting paid, luckily, but we're not getting paid a lot. And that's the tough thing. And I'm still relying on my signing bonus and everything else to take care of me. But it's kind of funny. Like I dove into the shoe game. That's something that's kind of
Mm.
been it's been a good thing, but it's also been like a crazy thing. So yeah, I've been having to try to find ways to come up with some money, but it's been really fun with me. I've been getting into like the Jordans and the Yeezys and all that other stuff. That's been fun for me, doing that, but it's also tough, man. You got to put in a lot of money and a lot of effort to only get a little bit here and there. So, but it's something to keep me going while I'm doing this thing,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
and something to keep me afloat. But yeah, the same boat. But and at the same time, man, a big, um, you know, impact on me has been like not being able to see, my grandparents and certain family members, like I got family up in Washington too on my mom's side, and I haven't been able to go see them, and they haven't been able to come down and see me, and obviously they're high risk, and I haven't been able to spend the time that I want with them, and it's unfortunate because I have time right now where I'm free, and I want to go see them, but they're being very cautious, and I can't go do that. Same thing with Nani and Papa, man. I go over there, but I go over at a distance, and it's really funny. One thing Nani always says is, I can't get my hugs. Can't get my hugs
Mm.
from my boys, and it's really tough, man. And
You hit
you
the
love them a
hammer on the
lot.
head, man. You hit the
Yeah,
nail on the
man.
head, man. That's really it. That is, wow. That is
Yeah,
hard,
man.
man. Yeah, and I feel like it's just only natural for everybody to just want that contact with humans, with other
Right?
people. And
Exactly.
it's so weird. How do we
Yeah.
like? Okay, so COVID happened, and this
Yeah.
is like the only time I remember actually living and remembering kind of the
Yeah.
hard times and the effects on everyone in the economy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for me, prior to that, like 2008 and all those other times,
Mhm.
I don't remember crap.
No. 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 Yeah.
So
It's crazy, man.
yeah, it's mind blowing to me. It hit us freaking hard. Hit us like a brick. It
Yeah.
was hard.
Yeah, man. I hope you're doing okay, man. I know. Shoot, I know it's been tough on everybody, but in particular, tough for others. And like I said, I don't have too much. It's not too much of an impact on me, But man, I know it's hitting harder than others, and I hope you're doing all right, and I hope your family's doing good and everything else too.
I appreciate that, man. And that's kind of why I wanted to catch up with you. I wanted to
Yeah,
just talk with you, see if you're really down in the dishes, man, like, I'm here to pick you up, man. I'm just glad to hear that you're happy and you keeping your head above water
yeah,
and just finding a way to, you know, do the best that you can. I mean, given the
for sure,
circumstances.
for sure. I'm glad you reached out too, man, because I was gonna reach out to you, so I'm already glad that because I'm bored over here, man. I need something to do, so I'm glad you hit me up first.
Oh, you know what? Hey, any other ideas that come up in the future, like, throw them my way,
Yeah, man.
because I mean, I'm thinking about other people who could be on the podcast too,
Yeah,
and a lot of like Alex Galgano, the guy who's on the podcast
yeah.
a couple episodes, he's a ball player too. And then
Oh,
another
really?
guy, yeah, another guy from I played 18U with, he wants to get on the podcast too. So a lot of these ball players, they yeah, they have a lot to
That's
talk
awesome.
about, man. They have a
Yeah,
lot to
man. I
talk
think I'm
about.
gonna hit up that dude that you had on prior to me. I think he was talking about shoes. He's with Nike, yeah,
Yes. Oh my
something like
gosh.
that, man.
Right? Totally. Wouldn't that be
Dude,
great to have a group call like that?
I'm in deep in the shoe game, and I love it. That's like where my interest is at right now, man. I'm all about shoes and looking at my cleats I'm gonna wear now. I got my Jordan cleats set up, dude. It's
Oh
bad now.
yeah.
It's bad now.
No, that's awesome, dude. I
Yeah,
mean, that I feel like that's something I never got into, and I don't know
yeah.
why. But like, do you know why you got into the game? Like, what was the spark?
Yeah, I mean, dude, no, the bottom line was, dude, I needed to make money. Like, I
Mm.
didn't have, like, so, we're getting paid, you know, not that much. And I'm like, shoot, dude, I need to, like, get some type of cash flow coming in, man. And, like, I just, like, looked into it. And it's, like, really funny. I remember, like, seeing, like, a drop happen at, like, 7 a.m. for these, like, Jordan Retro 11s. I think that was my first shoe. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go for it. And I happened to get it, which is, like, dude, they're actually really hard to get, man. And this shoe is like $200, right? It's like 200, dude. It's $200. These things are going for 300. So an extra $100 for me after I sold them, it's like huge, right? And it just
That's
got me
profit.
addicted. Got me addicted. I was already familiar with Discord. It's kind of funny. I have a Discord account already, and I
Uh,
follow like a ton of accounts that have like information on drop times for shoes and everything else. So I'm like very aware of of all that stuff that goes on. And I got my calendar, my planning every single day, and now I'm just addicted, dude.
it's on your
I know my
radar.
shoes, I know my Jordans. I mean, it's all I do now. Dude, my dad gets so annoyed. I got boxes on boxes of shoes coming here. I gotta get a PO box down in San Diego now to set it up to keep it going, dude. I'm in deep. I know. I gotta talk
Love
to your boy.
it. Love
I should just
it.
get a job at Nike.
Right? No, dude, that's awesome. The side hustle is the
Yeah,
shit.
exactly, exactly.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, that's real. That's real work ethic right there. You go from your
Hmm.
9 to 5, then you go straight to the 5 to 9.
That's right. That side hustle. Oh my gosh.
Any other side hustles?
Oh, not
Anything?
much,
Anything
man.
in the back of your mind, maybe?
Dude, I mean, like, I thought about doing like DoorDash or something like that, but like at the end of the day, it's just like, nah, I don't want to do that. I'm not that in deep.
I've been
I
there.
just, I just bought Nani Papa's car.
Which
That
one?
their CRV,
No
the Honda.
shit.
Yeah, just bought their car
Wow.
from him. Take down to San Diego. So, yeah, man, I'm
That's
pumped up.
nice.
I'm excited. Yeah.
That's a clutch car. It's got
Yeah,
just
dude,
enough
it's
space.
solid. It's solid.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yo, so, uh, your little brother Rolly, right?
Oh yeah,
He's a baseball player too, right?
baller. Yeah,
Yes, he's a baller. So for
yeah.
all the baseball players out there, a lot of them want to know and are curious about how to control your emotions because that's a huge part when it comes to sports, right?
Yeah.
Huge part. And like to know how not to get angry or have like that rage get the best of you or
Oh
something
yeah.
like that is kind of a skill, isn't it?
You there? Sorry, I
Yeah, I'm
lost
here.
you for a second.
It's okay.
Okay.
But do you think it's luck or do you think it's skill to be able to kind of manage and how to control your emotions?
Oh no, it's a complete skill. It's a learned trait, man. You gotta learn how to deal with that stuff. That's why I've had a problem with it. I'm definitely not the best at it, man. I got a little anger management type style of me, man. It's really just the competitiveness, right? Like I don't like losing. I hate to lose. I don't like to lose to anybody, not even my little brother in a board game, man. It just doesn't work for me in that way, right? So I've dove into a lot of books and reading and literature about how to deal with that mental space and where to put myself and hitting the reset button and how to deal with that. But yeah, man, it's absolutely a learned trait, man. I mean, I'm sure you've heard of guys like David Goggins and How to Conquer Adversity, things like that. Cheryl Dweck and with the different mindset, the growth mindset, stuff like that, man. I've dove in deep to that because that's something that you can elevate yourself at a better level, and that's one of the positive things I got from COVID, man. Is I got to fix myself in that aspect, man. You got to learn how to overcome things and deal with things, and I've been very fortunate to pick up some of those skills, man, and try to take myself to a higher level and move past things, hit the reset button. And you of all people should know, with baseball, man, it's such a tough sport to play. It mentally wears you out. There's so much pressure put on you. You fail 70% of the time, man. If you're a good hitter,
And
right? Like
you hit 3 out of 10 times and you're a Hall of Famer.
right,
So tough
right,
sport.
absolutely. Yeah, it's a tough sport, man, and you got to learn how to deal with those things. And it took me a while, man. It took me like my whole college career, right? It took me 4 years to finally figure that thing out.
Damn. So you
You
you,
know?
you like 21 is when you finally started to feel like you figured it out or
Oh
started to
yeah,
figure it out. So
22, man, 21, 22.
wasn't
Yeah,
overnight, and it wasn't even
no,
in your teens.
mm-mm, mm-mm. No. Honestly, that's what clicked for me, man. Once I learned how to turn the page and not really give a shit about what people think and move on, that's when it all started to work out for me.
That's the hardest thing to get through, and I
Right?
feel like there is a ton of answers and information out there.
Mm-hmm.
However, I really believe that everyone faces it and gets through it and comes out a better person in their own unique way, which
Mm-hmm.
creates their own unique story. But that is just like a huge just topic right now. It's just like
Yeah.
is facing that adversity
Yeah.
and despite all the odds and like getting people yourself at least the mindset to not get affected by other people's
Mm-hmm.
thoughts, feelings, and emotions. What
Yeah.
so what you said was it just sounded perfect. I mean, you know what you're doing, you know how you're doing it, but how and what are you doing specifically? I'm curious about to be able to put yourself in that sort of mindset to be that savage because for example for me when I'm getting up to the plate before I do that I have to take a deep breath, get relaxed,
Yeah.
things like that. Well, I'm curious to know the specifics behind it because some people are still trying to figure that out for themselves, and I feel like any advice or tips might be able to help them.
Yeah, I think you hit it on the head right there. I think the first part of it is to breathe. You need that oxygen, right? You need that you need that air to fill your body, and I think the biggest thing is you need to release it, right? And what breathing does is you take things in, right? So whatever the situation is, you take it in, you process it, and when you breathe out, you let it go, right? And I think one of the first steps, right? You gotta have the awareness to take it in and then to let it go at the same time, and then yeah, I think the biggest thing for me was just not caring what people think, and it's one of those things where it's easier said than done, right?
Totally.
Because I mean, gosh, it's so hard, man. When we live in a world of social media, man, and you get criticized on your appearance and how you look and every little thing that you do. But kind of like you said, in order to be that savage, type thing, you got to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And you kind of talked about that earlier, man. You got to be okay with being yourself, and you got to be okay with putting yourself out there, and like I said, not caring what other people think. But it's very hard to do. It's very hard to do, and it's easier said than done. And it's something that you just got to consistently work on. And I think what helps is the support of people, and having like inspirations out there, like people like you, man, motivate me to kind of get out of your comfort zone, right? Like you're doing something that not a lot of people, I think, have the strength to do. It's not like, it's one of those things, man, a podcast, like, oh, I'd love to do that, but it's hard to put in the effort. It's hard to go out and do those things because, there's always that fear. The fear creeps in, right? I think that's one of the biggest things is, you're scared, right? You're scared of what people think. You're scared of failure. But, once you go out and go do it, I think it's much easier. So much easier.
It's easier said than done. You make a really good point. And I like to think about. I like to think that the hard times itself, even though they're shitty, like they did make you into that better person. They, you did get stronger after that. You didn't, it's just stay down. You actually got back up, which you bring up a really good point, man. You hit the nail on the head again. For sure. But, like, are there any times that you could think of where it felt like you were at rock bottom that set you in that position where, like, I can only go up from here? Because that's how I felt, when it comes to, like, stop giving a fuck about other people's opinions was when that I thought I was a shitty person. And I was like, look, man, at the end of the day, I don't treat other people like shit. Why am I treating myself like that? And my parents wanted me to go this route. Tried. Didn't happen. They still were encouraging me to kind of lean towards what they were thinking about. And I was so scatterbrained. And had no idea what to do. And I was so scared about making a decision about what I was going to do because I felt like I was going to fuck up either way. And be judged and looked at. But one day I just stood up and stood my ground. I was like, yep, I'm making this decision for myself. It will make me happy, and I am doing it. And then I just didn't stop giving a fuck about what other people thought. And then eventually people started actually, like, saying, wow, good job. Like, you're doing great. Glad to hear it for you. And, like, it's weird how that works out. But I just think the story is different for everybody.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think the thing that pops up in my head was coming to USD, University of San Diego. So for people that don't know, I was originally at UC Berkeley. I played baseball for 3 years, and I graduated. Graduated in 3 years. I'm lucky my mom made me do some classes and put me ahead and gave me an opportunity to graduate early. And then I didn't get into grad school at Berkeley, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have another year left. What do I do? And I was thinking about going like Division II, East Bay over here, or Stanislaus, these Division II colleges back in my hometown. And I was lucky enough to get a scholarship to go play at USD. And I was like, oh man. And the funny thing was I got a scholarship at Sac State too. And I really wanted to go to Sac State. I was like, I'm close to home. My dad could go to my games, right? My family can still go to my games. I didn't want to go to a territory that was unknown for me. We came to the conclusion that it was best for me to go to the University of San Diego. And it was a huge leap of faith for me. The first semester, Marcus, was awful. It was absolutely terrible for me. I enjoyed like being in San Diego, but at the same time, it was a nightmare. Like I wasn't playing very good. The school was tougher. I'm in grad school now. I didn't really know like what was going on. And I remember I read Dare to Lead by Brene Brown, and it totally changed for me. She talks about rumbling with vulnerability, right, and putting yourself in this so-called like arena, right? Showing up in the arena, putting yourself out there, and braving trust and not giving a crap what people think. And that's kind of where I got that mindset, and it totally opened up things for me. I came back in the spring, and I was a new person. I went off and finally had my first like really, really good year, and it put me on the map to get drafted. But yeah, man, like that was really tough for me, man. I was at rock bottom, man. I don't know if you're familiar with like fall baseball, man. You get like a ton of at bats and stuff. I probably had like 100 at bats. I maybe got like 5 hits. It was really tough for me. I was at rock bottom, man. I remember I got like a C on my first paper, and I'm in grad school, and I'm like, you have to have a B to pass the class, man. You know what I mean? Like you gotta step it up here. And I
Damn.
was really like, man, I don't think I made a good decision coming here, and everything just completely turned for me, man. I was really happy with my decision. But if you get time, man, I'd look into Brene Brown. But she talks about putting yourself out there, man, rumbling with vulnerability
Dare to
and
lead.
showing up to the arena. And she uses this great metaphor of she talks about people in the stands, right? Like she calls them the cheap seats, the cheap tickets, right? Those naysayers are the ones that have their opinions of, Marcus, your show sucks, that won't work out, but they're not the ones doing it, right? You're the one putting yourself out there doing it, so it doesn't matter what they think. You're out there being courageous, being
And it's
brave,
like, yeah,
doing what you're
no,
doing.
shit, Jack. I can see that I suck
Yeah.
right now. And
Right,
guess
right,
what?
right.
Behind the scenes, we're talking about how to get better.
Right.
So thanks for your opinion and
Right.
sharing. I appreciate you.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. Dare to Lead. I'm gonna look into reading that book.
Yeah.
So what it sounds like is when all that, adversity was hitting you at that same time, it just felt like, it sounded like you just started looking for inspiration and support, and you found it through a way of like a book, for example, like simple as Dare to Lead, and then something in that opened your mind and your perspective changed, and you got that confidence back, and then that kind of led you and propelled you to kind of where you are today. Would you say?
Yeah, absolutely, man, for sure.
Fuck yeah, that's a hell of a story, man, and that's a hell of a story.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Mic drop right here, like, okay, we can just about end it here, but I mean, I feel like there's a bunch to talk about.
Yeah, man. No, I got pretty lucky, man. Like that when I came back in the spring, man, things just started to click. School was going well, and I was playing well, and met a beautiful girl, and things just like completely went up, man. Sometimes I feel like you need a good woman to kind of change things around. Is
Hell
that right?
yeah.
Like
That's
things just
actually
go.
true. Because
I owe it a lot to Emma.
a lot of people who are single, they say that they're looking for that
Maybe
partner,
that was
that
the
other
thing.
half, that person, that girl. So yeah, good for you, man.
Yeah.
That's good. That'll keep you healthy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, as far as like prospects for the future and everything,
Yeah.
how do you feel about schools and stuff opening up and everything? Do you want them to go back? Do you think there should just be an option or a choice to go back or do online? Or
Yeah, man, it's hard. It's hard because for a lot of kids, being in school, it's this is where they soak up the most knowledge, right? And it takes them to places they'll be in the future. And so, do they need to be in person? I mean, yeah, to learn better. But is this the best case scenario for them? I don't think so at all.
given the circumstances?
Given the
everything?
circumstances, and put them online, and it's tough. And I get the risks of online school. Not many people have access and things like that. But like this is just the best case scenario, for everyone to stay safe and to make sure everyone's healthy. And there's a lot of arguments both ways, right? Like I understand like kids and teenagers and college students and things like that. They're low risk, right? But I think what concerns me is that things that they bring home, and kids are big on transmission of of whatever sickness and COVID and everything else. Things spread with. They're not as aware to and to be safe and things like that. They're very up in your face and everything like that. And I worry for the parents at home, and I'm worried for the grandparents and everybody else that they interact with. And I think that's like the biggest thing that scares me, So yeah, I'm aware of both sides, but I would point to like keeping kids at school and hopefully doing online and with the way technology is we're headed anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is the best case scenario.
Mm-hmm. Kind of getting our feet wet now for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we talk a lot about like what our professional lives. I mean, the work that we do. I
Yeah.
mean, like beyond that, besides all the work they do, what are some things that you like to do when you're not working, like for fun? I mean, selling shoes and flipping shoes, that's one thing.
So you got that. Yeah, you got that. No, I love to travel, and that's definitely it's not something that you could do during COVID right now. But I was stuck in this bubble, Marcus, of like Northern California, right? Like there's San Francisco, there's Sacramento, there's like Tahoe. Go hang out with Uncle Timmy and eat pizza, or like just stay home in Stockton. And I didn't know there's a world outside of Stockton other than like Washington. And so when I went to USD, I was opened up to a totally different world. There's the beach and there's fun things to do, So it was just like, man, I'm gonna go explore that. And so, me and my girlfriend, we've kind of like made it our mission where we have fun and go do fun things. We've visited Arizona, we've gone down to Mexico, we've gone up to Seattle and Vegas and a lot of other things, and we're looking forward to go do more. We love hiking, we love being active. Like we want to do the Grand Canyon and we want to go run more beaches and everything like that. So that's like really fun for us. So hopefully,
That's
like once this
awesome.
COVID thing's over, that's what we're gonna keep doing.
Y'all
But
appreciate the experiences then.
yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
that's what it's all about for us, man.
that's awesome.
For
Me and
sure.
Megan are the same
Yeah,
way, and it
yeah.
is it is tough given the COVID times and everything. But yeah, that is she's like my favorite person to travel with. Nice. So, I mean, have you guys thought about like any places you'd go to once COVID kind of ends?
Oh, for sure, man. We want to get out of here. So she's from well, she's not from there, but her mom's from England. And yeah, so
Oh,
she's English, and she has some family in England, and we want to get and go explore in
that would be
England. And
awesome.
she loves sending me like pictures on Instagram of really cool places. You see those things pop up in your on your timeline, right? Of like really cool places, people jumping off
All the
bridges or
time.
cliffs or whatever. She wants to go do that. So I think one place she really wants to go is Bali. So she wants to go do that. And we're planning on a Hawaii trip this Christmas, but we don't know if we'll do that now. But
Sweet.
we want to do something really cool that we haven't done before. So
Yes, I know. International
yeah,
travel. I haven't even been out of the country.
yeah,
Like, I mean, there's so much you can learn and
yeah, right.
from the culture of like from around the world. It's
Mhm,
insane. It's
mhm.
so fascinating. Like you just watch on like Discovery Channel, or like
Yeah,
you just
yeah,
see all this ancient history and
yeah.
all this other culture. It's just really interesting. So, have you been playing any video games at all? Because I feel like a lot of people, especially kids these days, been doing a lot of video games in their free time
Oh
nowadays.
man, I'm not a big video game player, Marcus. I hate to say it, man. No, no. Me and my brother, we play Rocket League, man. Every now and then. That's been
That
our
game's a
game, and
shit.
yeah, dude, it's super fun, and we play on like the easiest level because we're scrubs. But we
Yep.
like talking. We're competitive, man. So we like talking shit to everybody and making them report us and stuff. That's like our thing. But when I go visit them, try to get Billy on too, man, to play some fun.
Hell
But
yeah.
we're scrubs, so
No, don't worry about it. Me too.
yeah.
So Sierra has a question for you. She
What?
she's
She on?
wondering.
She's on?
She knows I'm talking to you.
She called in. Oh, okay.
She submitted a question,
Awesome.
and her question talks about the daily life in quarantine with Ripken and
Uh-huh.
what that looks like.
The daily life in quarantine.
We can
Oh
start by
man.
when you wake up in the morning.
What it's gonna look like, or what it
What
looks
it
like
looks like
right now?
now. 6 o'clock. I wake up.
No, no, no. It's not good. Okay, so depending on the day, if it's a shoe drop day, I'm up at 6:30.
He's
So we'll do one
hustling.
of those days. Shoe drop day, yeah, I'm up at 6:30. I gotta get ready to get online, get my cookies in, and to get the shoe that I want. I got my phone set up. I got my computer set up. I'll get the iPad set up. You got to get the three going to make sure you
Nerding
get
out.
one. You got the 3 credit cards going. So you got that set up, and then when it hits 7, it's go time. And then you get going, and that usually takes about 30 minutes to secure one, and then you finally get one.
Really?
You're like, hell yeah. And then if you don't get one, you're like, I'm going to fucking kill myself because I got up at 6:30.
So that's why you put on more than one shoe?
Oh, yeah. You got to. It's tough, man. It's a grind. It's a grind. Nah, and then I get some breakfast, and Rolly comes downstairs, and we hang out, and we play with our little kitty and have fun with that. And then it's kind of go time again. Around 9:30, me and Rolly, we bike ride to the park. That's one thing we've been doing is our family's like really into bike riding right now.
Fuck yeah, me too, dude.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's so weird. Lately, I've been into bike riding. I don't know, man.
So I got a bike. We're pumped about that. And
electric or regular? Sorry.
No, it's regular.
Okay,
it's regular. It's sweet. Yep. And then it's about a mile and a half away, so we go ride to a park, and they got a little wall, and we take some ground balls off that. We get a little lacrosse ball, and we do some fly balls. Pretty cool. Then we go throw and do our band work and everything like that. Stay in shape, and then we ride back. So that's kind of our exercise. Usually takes us about 12. We go get lunch and call my girlfriend a couple times so she doesn't get mad at me, and the rest of the day is pretty much chilling. We wait till my dad gets home at around 5. Rolly plays video games. I pretty much like watch Netflix or look at more shoes, whatever, something like that. And then my dad gets home around 4:30. Then we go ride around 5, and we bike 11 miles.
5 o'clock in the evening?
Yeah.
Woo!
We're hustling, man. There's a cool little bike trail. It's about 5.5 miles there, 5.5 miles back. It's around 11 miles, and it's been really fun for us. Me and my dad race, and dude, it's really fun. We get that exercise, and then he comes home and makes us some good food. We had salmon today, so
yum.
Worked out perfectly at 7 because 5's our biking time.
That's money, dude. I love that. I love the routine.
Yeah,
that sounds great.
Yeah,
you're getting your exercise, getting family time, man.
Yep.
I think you're doing it right.
We miss Sierra though, man. She's my buddy.
I know. I miss that entire fam, dude. Going down to San Diego and hanging out with Uncle Todd.
I know.
Jacob. Jacob's in a professional, or not. Okay, it probably is professional, but in a competitive gaming league. You know how they're doing that?
Gaming.
You know how they're doing that for colleges now.
No. They're doing that for colleges?
Yes. In case you didn't know. Yeah.
Really?
I think it's started within at least a year from now. They've actually been really getting into it.
Whoa.
And it's a real thing. So he's on a competitive team, playing a competitive tournament with actual announcers and commentators, posting it live, hosting it. It's a tournament.
No.
Yes. It's actually coming to life, and the funniest thing is you say no, and I said that too, but now it's it makes sense because I said no because at our age, in our lives, we never had the opportunity to go play video games. Yeah, go play for a team. You go be competitive playing games. Keep practicing.
Yeah.
No, our parents are trying to pull us off those video games. They say stay away from that crap.
Wow.
But tables have turned, man, and people are into it more than ever, and they're only going to... Yeah, I'm so glad for it and happy to hear that he's doing that because he's always been a pretty nerdy gamer and pretty good at it.
He's a grinder, man.
Yeah,
I lived with him for a couple months. Dude.
You did?
He's always on. Oh, yeah, he's always on.
He's always on. He's consistent.
Got the sick setup, dude. It's funny. His room is dirty as can be, and then his setup is super clean. He's that's my go time, man.
I love it.
It's all looking nice and comfortable, and he's ready, dude.
He's here to work, man.
Too. Yeah.
He's here to work, just like showing up to baseball practice, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You guys show up, practice like you play, man. And if you ain't,
that's right.
Sorry, bro.
Yep.
There's a reason why there's guys like me who just play for fun, and there's guys like Jacob who just are actually competing. And colleges are actually finally seeing that as this is actually some pretty entertaining shit.
That's awesome. I hope it works out for him too.
Oh yeah, I think it will because this is only the start of this entire industry, and
Yeah.
it's only gonna kind of grow from here. Like nobody knows what the fuck's gonna happen or where they're gonna go. So
Right,
like
right.
anything could be a good idea, and we're just gonna see.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool, and he's at a young enough
awesome.
age where he, he's not 60, 50,
Yeah.
60 years old where like he's, oh my god, has to make like a decision
Mhm.
about his life. He can
Right.
take as big a risk as he can. He's got nothing to lose.
Mhm.
He's so young. That's awesome. And same with Rolly. I mean, like, he's got nothing to lose too. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got enough time to get over it and
Yeah.
stand
Right.
up
Right.
tall.
Mhm.
Well, we've been talking for 55 minutes. I just want to say thank you for being on for longer than 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, man.
Seriously.
Yeah, you're fun.
Like, if anybody listens to it longer than 30 seconds, I'm like, you're the best. You make my day. Like, I can't even do that.
Well,
Thank you.
My dad's your number one customer, man. He looks at that stuff all the time. He
Oh,
listens,
really?
yeah, for sure.
Yo,
Yeah,
is
man.
he ever feel like being on one of the shows one time?
I don't know. I gotta ask him. But like, it's really funny. Like when I told him, he was like, "Oh, Mark's show, man, the Birdie Show. Oh man, you gotta get on there."
Woo! Dude, that's
Yeah.
hilarious. And you're going to be on it again. However, do you have anybody else that you think should be on the show?
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't. Shoot, Rolly wants to be on it too. You can get him on that thing.
I know. He'd be the youngest guy that's ever been on
He
the
was
show.
like, "You got to do it." You'd love that, man.
Setting personal best, dude. That's what I'm all about.
Yeah, man.
Compete
Yeah,
against
thanks for the
myself.
invite, though, man. I appreciate it. That means a lot to me that you want to talk to me and stuff, man. And keep doing what you're doing, man. We're supporting you over here, man.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I feel like we could have gone deeper, but we're going to save that for the later episodes.
Yeah, exactly. We'll keep it here for right now. Get a little intro. Get a little flavor.
Flavor.
Little flavor for later, man. And we get some views, so.
Fuck yeah, man. Well,
Yeah, man.
it was nice catching up with you, homie. You look great.
Yeah,
Stay
man.
healthy. Stay well. Make sure
So
the
do you,
family's
man.
good, too.
Yeah, man. Tell Megan I said what's up, man. Miss you guys, man. Hopefully we can hang out soon. You guys can come to SD. We'll have a spot for you, man.
I'll make sure the planner over there knows that.
Yeah. All right, man. Take care.
All right, see you later, homie.